Hello, and welcome to Health Buzz. My name is Tom Goddard. I'm the founder and chief executive officer of Integral Healthcare Solutions. And my topic for this brief video today is telehealth and what's happened during the pandemic. I've been looking at a number of studies and reports as to what's been going on in this last year. I think nobody will be surprised to note that all of the data show that telehealth has exploded. But by how much is what's a little bit surprising. Some of the reports that I've been reading say that telehealth services have exploded by, at least the billable telehealth services have exploded by almost 3,000% from the end of 2019 to the end of 2020. At least that's the data from private insurers. What is also not wildly surprising, except for perhaps its scale, is what's driving this. Almost half of the claims in December of 2020 for telehealth services were for mental health related issues. Anyone who's talked to a physician lately can attest to this. The stress of the pandemic clearly is having its impact on folks all across the country, in every region. Now, a couple of other interesting things to note, and I'm not quite sure what to make of it. This is a little bit counterintuitive, is that the utilization of telehealth services is higher in urban areas by almost 50% more than in rural areas. One would hope that some of the physician shortages and the long drives would have driven not necessarily hope, but one would have expected, at least I would have expected, that the long drives and physician shortages in certain rural areas would have increased the use of telehealth there by at least as much, if not more, than in urban areas. But that's simply not the case. The data I've looked at doesn't really tell us why that's the case. We can only guess at this point, but we'll be keeping a close eye on that. Now, in related issues, and of particular interest to this company, it is not at all surprising that the demand for telehealth accreditation is also skyrocketing. As most of you know, URAC came out with a whole new set of telehealth accreditation programs middle of 2020. What we've been seeing is that a whole lot of companies are going for that. Also, CMS has shown increased interest over the last year in allowing telehealth services, loosened its restrictions on that, and that interest seems to be continuing. So telehealth is in, as is accreditation for telehealth. If you'd like to talk a bit about telehealth accreditation, please press the button on this page and schedule a very short 15-minute conversation. Ask me all the questions that you might have about what the market looks like and the demand for that, and how our firm might be able to help you achieve telehealth accreditation if that's what you're interested in. Thanks again for joining me here on Health Buzz, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.